Pikachu!
What's up YouTube, this is your boy Kirby giving you guys a new video. Today I was challenged again by Sidewalk Clothes. Yes, he challenged me again to do another video and I'm here to respond to the challenge. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. He's an awesome dude and he's awesome. Like, he's been becoming a really good friend of mine when it comes to PokeTube and everything. He's an awesome dude. He has awesome content. He also live streams a lot, so go check him out. He's pretty cool. So anyways, these are my favorite type of Pokemon, and this is gonna be the list. Yep, this is my list. Yep, I know, impressive, right? Well, I'm glad you like it. I hope to see you in the next video. Peace. Alright, guys, I was just kidding, okay? I was just messing around with that list. I know, he can turn into every type, and I thought it was just funny to do that. But anyways, this is my official your favorite Pokemon of each type. If you want to create your own, go to cpokemon.com/typos. Really? That's the website? Anyways, I don't question. The website's there. If you want to create your own favorite Pokemon type, go ahead, video response to this. I would love to see your selection. Or also comment below. I would love to read it and I'll give you my opinion on your list. You know, I always love to read comments. So make sure you also like the video, comment below, and subscribe for more Pokemon content. So let's get on to the main video. So for my grass type, I went with Leafeon. I know this Pokemon is very underrated and everybody talks so much shit to me when it comes to Leafeon. They're like, who the hell is Leafeon? What the hell is Leafeon? Okay, you know, it's the very underrated evolution Pokemon, but the reason why I went with this is because it's a grass type. I normally have a soft spot when it comes to grass type, other than Bulbasaur. You know, that's kind of funny. I have a small, you know, space in my heart for grass type, but I never went with Bulbasaur. I always went with like Squirtle or Charmander. It's because maybe Venusaur looks super ugly. Like, I'm sorry, it looks cute until Ivysaur, but it just looks ugly as a Venusaur. But I love grass type Pokemon. I did try to make Leafeon work in the TCG. It was an alright card. It wasn't the greatest, but it does have an amazing artwork when it comes to the TCG. But I love Leafeon and he's one of my favorites evolution Pokemon. Like, Umbreon is there too as my favorite, but it's between Leafeon and Umbreon for me. Now, if you do know me in real life, this was an obvious. For my fire type Pokemon, I went with Entei. Entei is one of my favorite Pokemon since I was a kid. Since they released Neo Genesis, the pack for the TCG, I love Entei. Entei has one of the best artworks when it comes to the TCG. There's always some awesome looking Entei cards, and I'm still trying to collect some of them right now, but some of them are really pricey, so I'm not gonna get them right now until I get a better working job. But I will one day collect all the Entei cards and I will die happy, and I'll be like, yes, I completed my list of Entei cards and now I can die in peace. But anyways, yes, Entei is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon as well. I'm trying to get one in Pokemon Go with the research task, but I was unlucky and I got a Regice with Earthquake as his charge move, and it doesn't help out when it comes to Rayquaza, so it's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I'm trying to get my research task so I can get Entei. I'm hoping I can get him pretty soon because I don't want to miss him out. Now, for water type, I went with Totodile. Yes, Steve Irwin, you know how it is. Totodile is just an awesome Pokemon. If you watch the anime, Totodile eventually kind of got to you and have a soft spot in your heart. Like, this Pokemon was so silly on the anime. Like, I love Totodile, and when it evolves to its final evolution, it looks super cool. Now, for fighting type, I had a little bit of struggle on this one because I don't really like that much fighting types, but I do like Lucario. It's a really awesome Pokemon, and I just put him there, to be honest. He just looks badass, and that's about it. I really don't have anything else to say about fighting types. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not one of my favorite types, so that's why I just put him there. Now, for rock type, I went with Tyranitar. T-Tard himself. Oh man, this Pokemon looks like Godzilla himself. I love this Pokemon. Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar, they're all super cool. I don't like Pupitar. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, but who else? Oh well. but I don't like his Metal Evolution. His Metal Evolution is terrible, but Larvitar and Tyranitar, they're good. They're awesome. Now, it just looks so cool. Like, he's just literally a ground Aggron, basically, without the, you know, the steel type. If there was a fusion between Aggron and Tyranitar, it would be a really badass looking Pokemon. So yeah. Now for my ground type Pokemon, I went with Sandslash himself. For those who don't know, if you haven't watched the video of me shiny hunting for Sandshrew for 5 days, you'll know that I love this Pokemon. This Pokemon looks super cool. I started to love this Pokemon, especially for Let's Go. The fact that Sandshrew has a minty green and then it evolves into this Sandshrew that has red spikes that looks like Knuckles looks awesome. I really went with the way he looks. So yeah, for the Dark types, I think this was pretty obvious. You can't just not put the mascot of the Shadow in the Dark type. Come on, I think I would disrespect my own mascot if I didn't put him as my favorite Dark type Pokemon. Alolan Meowth. I started to love this Pokemon especially for the anime and also because of the game, Sun and Moon. Like, this Pokemon is really cool design. I do not like the Garfield Persian. It looks ugly. I would never put my Meowth through that evolution and turn him into a lasagna-loving cat. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I'll probably keep one, like, just to ride, because, you know, you can ride on it technically, but on Let's Go. But I would never evolve it. I want one for Pokemon Go as my partner Pokemon. I really want one, but they're kind of Alolan Pokemon are kind of hard to get as it is. But yeah, we have to put the mascot on the Dark type. I know, it's biased, but we just had to do it. For Ghost types, we put Mimikyu here. It's slowly becoming one of the people's favorite Ghost type Pokemon just because of the design. I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love for the design of this Pokemon. It's just cute, dark, and cuddly. Like, it's just a very amazing design, especially from Pokemon. And I love the fact that it's also fairy, so it's a very unique Pokemon. But yeah, there's nothing much to explain about Mimikyu. It's just he's a very cute Pokemon, and that's why I put him in the Ghost type. Now for Ice type, I know it's kind of repetitive, especially ground and then you get Ice. But come on, Alolan Sandshrew looks like an Eskimo. Like, it's so cute. Like, I had a struggle between Alolan Vulpix or Alolan Sandshrew. And I had to go with Sandshrew. It's just, if you've seen especially in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it spins. It spins around like if it's sliding, and it's so cute. Like, this Pokemon is so awesome. I just kind of wish that Alolan Sandslash rolled around, but its spikes are too big to be rolling around, which I'm kind of a little bit disappointed, but it is what it is. I kind of wish it would spin like Sandslash, but it's whatever. But I had to put Alolan Sandshrew as my favorite Ice type Pokemon. Without memeing anymore, I'm not gonna lie, I did grow attached to Silvally. Especially in the TCG, it's a good card and it's a good deck. Like, Silvally was a very good powerhouse. He can turn into any type of Pokemon, and it's so strong. Like, it literally reminds you of Arceus. Like, he's so mysterious. Like, you have type Null that's like locked up, and then when he evolves, it just breaks all those chains and turns into this badass looking Pokemon. Like, it's so, like, its design is just great. Like, I would say out of the Sun and Moon series, Silvally was probably one of the good ones when it comes to design. Now, for the flying type, I went with Skymarine. Now, this Pokemon is very unique for its time. It was a flying steel. It was never seen before. Like, to be honest, when you think about it, how the heck is something that's that heavy flying? Who knows? I don't make the rules on that, but apparently it can fly, especially being very heavy. But it's a steel type, and it looks cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Skymarine has some really badass looking artwork for the TCG, and actually what got me to like this Pokemon even more, there's a card that's a 3-part card that has Skymarine in it, which makes no sense because you have Ho-Oh and Lugia in it, but why is he in there? He's not a legendary Pokemon. It makes completely no sense. But that was my first Skymarine card I had, and I thought it was really cool. And I did end up collecting all 3 of them, but I ended up trading one by one each one of them, and I kind of regret it as an adult. I was pretty stupid as a kid, to be honest. So, yeah. Now, for my Steel type, it was difficult. I'm not gonna lie, for Steel, it was super difficult between Aggron and Solgaleo. But Solgaleo has slowly grown on me, like way more than Aggron. I love Aggron, don't get me wrong. Aggron is one of my favorite Pokemon for Steel, but I have to go with Solgaleo because of the fact that he's just so badass looking. Like, this Pokemon just, I love lions, and especially the fact that they made him a Steel Lion was so great. I love this Pokemon design, and he is an Ultra Beast, so, and his special move that he gets uniquely to him is great as well. Like, I love Solgaleo. He's one of my favorite. I do plan to get one of his toys that are like really big, but it's still like 30 bucks. I'm kind of waiting for my job to kind of put him on clearance so I can buy it, because I'm not paying 30 bucks for a big toy. I'd rather pay like 10 bucks for a Solgaleo toy. That's kind of reasonable, but I'm not gonna pay 30 for something like that. But that's my opinion. I love Solgaleo. He's still currently my favorite deck in the TCG. Some of its cards are very expensive because he also has exclusive secret rares that are gold, like completely gold covered. Like, they're literally 100 bucks. But I do eventually want to get at least one of each of its card, just so I can have it as a collection as well. Now, for my electric type, I think I went with Luxray. He's just a badass looking Pokemon. I went for Luxray especially for the looks, and its shiny evolution, like basically its shiny version, it's yellow and black. Like, that's just so badass. I love this Pokemon just because of this design. There's nothing else other than that. It's the design looks super cool for an electric type Pokemon. Now, for Bug, I went with Volcarona. This Pokemon is so unique. And yet, not only that it's the Moth. I know, the Moth jokes, you know. But other than the Moth jokes and all that stuff, this Pokemon is super unique and cool for its design. There's so much going on for this Pokemon. No matter what you look into, there's always something new you can look at this Pokemon. It's unique, it's a bug fire type, and it's awesome. Like, I'm not a big fan of bug type Pokemon. I was gonna go with Scyther, but to be honest, I really like Volcarona because just the fact that it just looks super cool. Now, for my dragon type, I went with Mega Sceptile. This Pokemon was one of my favorite grass type, especially in Ruby and Sapphire, but the fact that they made him a grass dragon as for his Mega Evolution and the way he looks, oh my god, I was blown away. This Pokemon just, not only he was already badass and strong in Ruby and Sapphire, but he just gets a Mega like that. Like, come on. It's so cool. Like, I love the design for this. For my Psychic type, I had to put Hoopa. I think I'm in the minority for putting him in here, but I will have to explain why I have Hoopa in here. So, for those who don't play the TCG, Hoopa was a big Pokemon in the TCG, especially for EX Pokemon. I'm going to display right now why this Pokemon was so badass. Like, look at that. Look how badass and intimidating this Pokemon looks. Like, it is literally super cool. He had the ability to search for EX Pokemon, which was search out for Shaymin EX, and Shaymin EX were able to give you back all the cards in your hand until you have 6 cards back. Like, that's just a great combo. And I believe he searched out for 3 EXs, I believe. I remember he did that. The reason also I have him in there is because he reminded me of a Yu-Gi-Oh card that I used to play a lot. Elemental Hero The Shining. They both have that genie kind of vibe, and I loved about that, especially Hoopa. And the movie was just pretty cool, especially seeing all those legendary Pokemon fight from left and right. The only thing I didn't like about the movie is that Lugia didn't speak, and if you remember in the first movie, Lugia did kind of talk, so I don't know what's going on. Why did they make Lugia just kind of roar instead of speaking to Ash? I don't know why they went with that direction, but yeah, I'm very confused. Me confusion. But anyways, yeah, I put Hoopa as my favorite Psychic type Pokemon, and I know it's weird, but he's just really cool. For the Poison type, I went with Drapion. This Pokemon is so badass. It's literally a titan of itself. Like, it's so cool. If I had the option to get a better IV Drapion, I would do it in a heartbeat, but they're so hard, and I was just lucky enough to get out of my house at 10 o'clock in the night to go to the church that had it spawn. It's weird because it's also a dark type and spawning in the church, you know, that's just kind of weird. But I was able to capture its first evolution and him in the same area, and I was like, oh my god, this Drapion is badass. I love this Pokemon. He's just a very awesome scorpion poison Pokemon. Like, I love the design for this thing. It would have gone to something else, but I think Drapion takes the cake on this. For my last pick, I had to choose Gardevoir for a fairy type. Now, the shiny version of this Pokemon is badass, but when it turns into a Mega form, it has a black dress and it looks so badass. It reminds me of those good old days of the Black Parade, you know, My Chemical Romance. Yep. Definitely getting those Black Parade feels from Mega Gardevoir. But Gardevoir is there just because of the design, and it's a good Pokemon right now in the TCG. It's still doing better, and it's also getting a tag team with Sylveon. So Pokemon really likes this, you know, this Pokemon, especially in the TCG. You know, they just don't let Gardevoir die. But yeah, this is my list of my favorite Pokemon of each type. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite Pokemon of each type, and if you want to do a video response, please do let me know. You know, comment, you know, send me a tweet, and I'll go ahead and watch it. I'm curious, what is your favorite Pokemon of each type? The website's on the picture, literally right there, so go ahead. Anyways, thank you so much, and have an awesome day. Peace.